What's up, people? Welcome back. I am, as always, Old Spy. And, as you might notice right off the bat, we got a major fashion change here. So, aside from looking like a complete badass, we can also now do this. So we got some nice fast rolls with this equipment. We're using the Divine Morningstar +5, which is going to be awesome in this next area. Switched up the Balder, put on the Balder shield because it goes well with this armor. And I did go ahead, I farmed up some humanity and turned it in. It takes 30, and you get the dark set as well as the dark sword, which I already have up to 14, which is nice. Everything else pretty much the same. I was able to +5 the Black Knight sword using just Twinkling Titanite. You do not need a Titanite slab to max that one out. Composite bow is the preferred bow from here on out, and we still have our assortment of shields, which we will use. And man, I gotta tell you, I planned on using the Lordran set and the Claymore and all that, and I'll get back to the Claymore, but I'm really digging this, and I'm really digging this. So, let's see how this goes. We are, by the way, oh, before I forget, the way I farmed a great deal of the humanity was by doing this. If you equip the Dark Hand, which was given to us by Kath, I believe, and also it drops from the Dark Wraiths. And you can see our Covenant over here, just on the other side of that orange square. In the right side of the screen says Dark Wraith +2. So we've maxed out our allegiance to the Dark Wraiths. And when you equip that in your main hand and you hold down R2, strong attack, heavy attack. Can I not grab him? Alright, can't grab him. Let's try him. Now, he might aggro on me because I've done it to him twice already.
In the name of sanity.
And you get 1 humanity every time you do that. Okay. I think 3. There is a limit on how many times you can do that before they aggro. Might be 3, might be more. So, that's that. This guy's here, but he's mad at us.
You could not be the chosen one. Enough. I shall slumber until I am awakened again.
There we go. So he's gone. So he was the other side of the coin with the 2 serpents, and how you handle basically the end of the game, or your journey towards the end of the game. So whatever. But this is why a divine weapon is so good. Because when you kill these skeletons with a divine weapon, they stay dead. Oh yeah, that's right. Alright, so the way we're going to attack the skeletons from now on, so it's not going to look as effective because if you miss, you do that stagger like with the halberd. But we're going to do R1, R2. That's in my opinion the best combo for blunt weapons, maces, and the Morningstar. That's what we're going to do from here on out. So, alright, so we are now heading into the Catacombs. Should be pretty fun. Watch out for those guys. See, I believe this dude's going to get back up. Maybe not. Yep. He's going to pop back up because he wasn't killed with our weapon. And now he was, and so now he's dead. Now we don't have to worry about him. Bam. 2 hits. Done for. Pretty easy. So we're going to take our time going through here so that we don't get overrun by the skeletons. And as long as we deal with them one at a time here, you can see we knock them in half and then kill them. Not a real threat. Okay, so in here, what we're going to do is we're going to throw on the gold serpent ring for this guy, because we want him to drop one of those lanterns. Please. Okay, that's fine. We got a couple more chances, and we're actually going to rest right here, kindle up the bonfire. And we're going to keep that ring on, because the style that we're fighting, even though I just was so excited for the fast rolls, we're not even going to take advantage of it. Worthless shield. Oops. Oh yeah. While you're down here, do not forget to push this switch, or you won't be able to proceed. So the thematic match was the reason I chose to switch up the armor. Just kind of matches the area, goes with the feel. Alright, there's a guy over there. He's going to be firing his lantern shots at you. Just kind of stay right here. Two guys right here. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Okay, so one thing I will show is that from right here, you can bypass almost the entirety of this level by rolling off. That little platform that's down at the bottom of the screen there. You can roll off onto that. You will take significant damage, but you will survive. And then you've skipped quite a bit of this level. So keep that in mind in the future when you get to that first bridge. You don't feel like going through here, because I know a lot of people really don't like Catacombs, and if you're having trouble and you just don't feel like dealing with it, feel free to skip it. And we're just going to continue on nice and easy, nice and slow. Belching. We're going to let that guy continue to run on in there. Be kind of careful coming in here. Also, don't attack when they're in that stance. As a parry stance. So they will parry you. And then Lucerne. Will we be using this weapon? Possibly. So I might upgrade that. I might do a little weapon showcase episode where I use a few different weapons, maybe on one. Not sure what area. I'm sure there's an area coming up where it'll work. I'll figure it out. Hadn't really thought about it yet, but it kind of sounds like a good idea, since we are getting a nice collection of quality weapons, which again is one of the reasons why quality is such a fun way to play. Gives you access to basically any weapon in the game that doesn't require faith or intelligence and or a massive amount of dex and strength. You can still use most strength and dex weapons as long as they're not the super ultra ones. So this guy has run out of real estate now. Still choosing not to drop the lantern. Wait a minute. Alright, we're gonna go out this way. So you can see we can't go across there yet, obviously. Run by these guys. Ooh, they can see good old patches. So that crank opens up the bridge. Those statues will shoot out spikes if you get close to them, so be aware of that. Okay, see what I'm talking about. Okay, so this bridge can be a bit tricky. We want to lure these guys out. If they come out one at a time, that's even better. Or if they do that, that's the best case scenario, if they just suicide off. This guy's going to pound away with fireballs. Drop it. Damn. Okay. If we go in here, I believe that one of these gives way, and you fall down. So we don't want to do that just yet. Obviously, this is somewhat of a trap. You walk into it blindly, it's going to stab you. I've never noticed the mask on that statue. Ooh. All right, now. As you can see, I want to take these guys out as quick as possible. Soul items. Wait a minute. Yeah, here we go. There we go. All right, so if you continue on, you can actually drop down here. You see an item down there, and it leads to a blacksmith. So we will do that. Actually, yeah, we'll do that, but not right now. I want to continue on this way because, and be careful here, because you start coming out, you think, oh, you just keep going straight. No, you fall straight off. So do make sure to turn there. All right, heading back up this way. So we get right here. And if you don't know about this, the catacombs can be a complete grind, because there's no bonfires if you don't know about this one. Well, I think there is now. I think they added an extra bonfire down here, but still. As usual, we'll go ahead and kindle it up. Alright, so now we're here. We'll actually warp back to that to drop down in just a little bit. But first,
Good day. You look reasonably sane. What are you doing in the catacombs? You're a cleric or something.
yes, if you're a cleric, anytime this man asks you if you're a cleric, always answer no.
Well, that's strange. Oh, I know what it is. You've come for the trinket.
Although I think most of the time it doesn't even matter.
Whatever it is, this place is treacherous. Do you watch your step?
So he flipped the switch for us.
Oh, well, this...
And man, I don't. It's not really gonna matter because we've got the bonfire right there. But I think if you answer yes, you are a cleric. I think that's what triggers him to hit the switch. Don't think he'll do it now, but I could be wrong. Yeah. Oh, he actually tried. So if you stop there, he's gonna try to kill you. So just don't stop there. Good old patches, man. Right here. Smash this in. Now, this place is kind of a mess because, well, it just is. So, oh, that wasn't good. Alright, if you do happen to fall, like I just did, take those guys out first. Oh no. Okay, there's absolutely no... Oh, the only reason to come up here is to get back right there. Oh my god. Let's try this again on the other side. Arrows to the ass. Sit. Okay. I mean, you can plainly see how crazy this area would be if these skeletons just continually get back up after you knock them down. So the divine weapon is the way to go. Got a big dude. Gotta watch out for that. Take him out. Pretty simple. Pick up the Dark Moon Seance Ring. We'll talk about that later on. Head through this way. Now, I believe, I could be wrong too. This guy. Yes, so you come in here, this guy is an automatic drop of the skull lantern. He will automatically drop that every time if you kill him. I think that's him. Maybe it was just my item discovery, but so you can see we're right back here. You can either go there or you can continue to climb up. And when you do that, you get Miracle Tranquil Walk of Peace, which slows people down that come into the area. It's basically what the stone giants do. Ooh, 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 ooh. And I totally forgot that we rested at the bonfire. Alright. Let me not do this. So you can see, it's easy to get overwhelmed if you don't take this area slow. Scimitar. Got one more. So you know what? Let's just do this. Let's do two things here. We'll bring him back. Throw on the Homeward Bones and put our Havel's Ring back on. Now that we have the Skull Lantern, we don't really have to worry about it. We're going to Homeward Bone. Back to the bonfire. We'll go ahead and drop down to the blacksmith. Wait a minute.
I slipped an egg in causing. Are you certain that that's a fine shame but untrue? But wait now, well, why didn't you tell me sooner? Oh, everybody makes mistakes. I know. We're all the same sort. We're all.
I'm going to go ahead and bow to the switch for whatever reason. Come on. Alright. Alright, so that path is back down. And you can curl around there and then you climb down and get hit in the head with a skeleton. But we want to get that blacksmith. So instead of going that direction, and I will encourage you to explore that direction because there are some secrets down there. Hint, hint. So do make sure you head that way at some point. Maybe your second playthrough or whatnot. Or even this one. But we're going to flip and slide down here. Okay. Man, I forget how to do this. Let's give it a shot. Oh yeah, that was it. Okay. It's been a while since I've done that. So it's a drop off to the side before you go for that ledge. Two ledges. That was as good a death as you could possibly have because we're right here. And I'm telling you, if you look at the playthrough, like, most deaths are in this game are stupid deaths, really. If you play slow and you play controlled, most of the major parts get easier. It's just the stupid stuff that you do. Getting stuck in a corner, falling off, dropping, you know, gravity. Sounds like there's a guy behind me, too. Also, the good thing about using a club type weapon, that it staggers the crap out of those guys. Alright, so they're both gonna fly down. We want to go off this way. Then this way. That's right. Nice green titanite shard. Hint, hint. Yeah. Make sure you land on that too. Don't fall down there, because I think that is fatal. Both falls combined will kill you. Alright, here comes messed up audio man.
Be gone with you. You'll spoil my focus.
Yeah, this is the brand new bonfire. Was not there originally, so it does make things quite a bit easier. We're gonna go ahead and kindle it on up. Pretty much every bonfire that we've come across should be at 10 by now. All except for maybe a couple. You can check him out.
Why, you have an ember, do you? Ah, forget about it. What has gone wrong with embers these days?
Alright, so he can repair, which we don't really need him for this anyways, because we bought the repair box. He can also do fire if you have +5 weapon and you got some green titanite. You can go ahead and fire your weapons, which I'm going to do with the bastard sword. Go ahead and do that. Now we can reinforce a fire bastard sword. And if we get a little more green titanite, we can +5 that. And he sells homeward bones, which used to be very useful because you were kind of stuck down here at that point once you fell down. Arrows, pretty basic equipment, nothing special. But he is down here, and if you want to infuse with fire,
That'll be all. Then be gone with you. You'll spoil my focus.
be sure to check him out. So now at this point in the game, we've got Vamos here.
What's that then?
Whoops. Who can infuse fire. We've got the giant blacksmith in Anorlando who can infuse lightning and crystal, I believe. Once we find the ember. We've got the magic blacksmith down before the New Lando ruins. And then we've got Andre who can do divine weapons. So as far as infusions go, we've pretty much got it all covered. And we're going to go ahead and throw on our claymore. Right, let's see. Look at some damage here. Let's do this. But not right now. Right, we're going to keep, as I fumble about, we're going to keep everything the same for now. Come out here. We're going to be very, very quiet. And now we're going to sprint. This place is a mess. Keep on going. Ooh. Well, these guys will tear you up if you're not careful. Alright. Now that they're gone, we can waste some Estus by double chugging. And step through here. This is a little safe zone. What we're going to do is we're going to switch up our equipment. You can see we got the 420 from the Black Knight sword, and I believe that's far and away going to be the most damage that we're going to get. We're going to throw him on. At two-hand without a shield, we can still fast roll. We've got 8 uses of the flasks. And when we drop down here, be prepared for the easiest boss fight in the game. Well, maybe the second easiest. So let's hope I don't get killed, because that'll be embarrassing. Creepy as hell. Unfortunately, my man, you are not going to be around long. God, I swear if I die. Nope. Ball game. So now we got the rite of kindling. Now we can take our bonfires up to 20. So we'll have 20 uses in our flasks, which is probably overkill, but whatever. Oh, we got the Mask of the Father, which increases equipment load. So you throw that on with Havel's Ring, Ring of Favor Protection. Should be doing pretty good. Wonder what that looks like. Okay, pretty ridiculous, but all right, so here we go. Last little stretch here, finish up the episode. The Tomb of the Giants. And as you can see, it's completely dark. Now you can rely on these prism stones to get you through here, but it's not the best idea because, yeah, you can walk right off. So hold this up, you equip it, and then hold whatever hand it's in. You hold the R1 or L1. You can also attack with it, but I wouldn't recommend it. And so we're going to slide on through here. Watch out for these guys, especially because we're not using our shield, so just run past them. Oh no, that's right. Okay. Whew. Can slide off there, but we're going straight for this. Alright, so we're at the bonfire here. A little bit of housekeeping before we wrap it up. Let's go ahead. So now that it's at 5, we have to use 3 humanity to max it out. And I'm going to do it just to show you. I'm trying to think. The next stretch, it probably warrants it, maybe a little bit. I don't know. The way we're going to go through it, though, we're going to try to be as quiet as possible. So there you can see. So now we got 20 uses. And that makes the game, I mean, that makes things a way more easier. But so if that's kind of one of those in-game difficulty sliders. You know, if you got 20 Estus, there's not a whole lot of fights that you can't really outlast. So do keep that in mind if you go around putting everything at that. It's going to make things a lot easier. Very helpful if you go into, you know, a lot of new game cycles. But for now, as you're going to see, it's going to kind of be a little bit overkill. Alright, Let's level up. Get one level. We're creeping up. We're going to stop at 25 there with strength and dex. Alright. So, that is that. Great view. Right here. We will be heading into that area at some point. But we're going to continue on with the Tomb of the Giants on the next episode. So, thanks for stopping by, and I will see you then.